Greetings, dear Cancers. It's me, your tarot reader, Angelica. Today I have a tarot reading for you for May 2025. The readings on the Tarot Life channel are general. This is not a personal reading for each of you, but a reading for all representatives of the Cancer zodiac sign. Well, let's get started. So, May 2025. Let's see what important events await you in May. So, the first important event, the second, the third. Next, let's see what awaits you in your professional activities in May 2025. What will your income likely be in May? And let's also see what awaits you in your personal life. In relationships, if you are in one. Well, if you are not, will there be a chance that you will meet someone? So, what awaits you in your personal life in May 2025? Next, let's see what to pay attention to in terms of health. And then, advice from the card for you for May. So now I'll adjust. So let's begin. So, the first important event with the Seven of Cups, Mabash, the Empress, as the second and the third important event. And the third important event, for you, it's the Knight of Wands. The Seven of Cups indicates that you have dreams and plans. You are very romantic in May 2025. You are building castles in the air, and you might come up with some interesting ideas. But take note, the card here indicates, of course, that there are many opportunities opening up before you. However, these opportunities are, as a rule, all rules all imagined are illusory. The Seven of Cups speaks of self-deception, of taking your desires for reality, and possibly being mistaken about something or someone. Here, the emotional background is very strong, as it pushes you into illusion, self-deception, fantasies, and you are building castles in the air. However, everything you imagine and come up with is all illusory, and you are just wasting time on dreams, many of which, by and large, will not come true. And the Empress, who is nearby, says that you need to dream less and focus more on directing your energy towards realization, because the Empress is a card of practicality, a practical approach to everything. It is a card of realization. It is a card of opportunities. She says that you have dreamed a little. That's enough. And these dreams that come to you need to be realized. If, for example, something doesn't work out, use your creative resource, your potential, use your imagination and bring it all to life through the Empress. The Empress will give you the opportunity to resolve everything, to achieve a lot. And if something wasn't working out, there were situations you couldn't resolve, matters that weren't progressing. With the Empress, things start to grow and succeed. The Empress is also the card of spring. Just like in spring, everything starts to grow, everything blooms, everything turns green. That's how everything will be for you as well. Therefore, focus on practicality rather than dreams. The Empress can also indicate a desire to become more beautiful, more well-groomed, or for instance, to create comfort and coziness around oneself. And it's quite likely that many will be working out in gyms to make themselves more toned and slim. Or perhaps you'll spend more time there in spa salons taking care of your appearance. And of course, with the Empress, there could be some positive events in your family. That is, most likely you will be engaged in family matters. And with the Empress, another important event could be pregnancy and the birth of a child. And the Knight of Wands, you see here, well, there's a girl, of course, but she's standing next to a car. This card indicates that in the month of May you will go somewhere. This could be moving to a new place of residence, it could be emigration, it could be a trip somewhere or a business trip. It could also be a change, for example, of job, or you are moving to another city, another country where you find a new job or change the direction of your activity or business. This could also be, of course, a trip abroad for vacation. So it's a busy period which can be characterized in this way. Your dreams will start to take shape. Well, for example, dreams of going somewhere, meeting someone will take form, and you will actively pursue your dreams, because the Knight of Wands is always not about activity. It's all about rapid development. It's even a certain risk. It's an active advancement towards your goal and the realization of your plans. So in principle, everything is good and successful in terms of important events. And now let's see where this will play out more. Let's see what awaits you in your professional activity. Queen of Swords, what will your income be? Six of Wands, Queen of Swords indicates that you will be working a lot intellectually. Perhaps there will be a lot of paperwork here, some office work, you will be signing documents, making some deals, you will be conducting negotiations, strictly if this is part of your field. And in general, you will be focused on results, on success. You will not be looking back at anyone, you will be relying solely on yourself, your opinion, your intellect. Well, in general, perhaps this is correct because there is a feeling that you are taking everything, as they say, into your own hands and managing your life. And in this case, your professional life. Also pay attention, as the Queen of Swords here may indicate that an inspection could occur. Therefore, it is very important that everything in your affairs, your documents, is in order. And the Queen of Swords can act as a consultant, an analyst. You might consult her, for example, regarding business matters. Or maybe you are planning to go on a business trip. Here, the Knight of Wands indicates a business trip. You will be processing some documents, signing something with this Queen of Swords. Or it might manifest for you as a woman, a great intellectual with whom you will either conduct business, work under her leadership, or again, seek her consultation, advice, or help. But in terms of money, look, everything you undertake at work will bring you a very good income. You have the Six of Wands, and this card signifies profit, and significant profit at that. And the profit here is not just by chance. This profit is a reward for being extremely productive, perhaps for successfully passing a test, if there is one, or for signing some important contracts. Therefore, this card indicates that financial success awaits you. Moreover, this will be such a good financial success that it will give you the opportunity to either make some profitable investments or, for example, buy some prestigious items, or simply improve your financial situation. In general, in terms of money, there is abundance, wealth, and prosperity here. Let's look further. Next is the card of personal relationships. Let's take a look. Oh wow, another Empress. Oh no, sorry, it's the Emperor here. Emperor, Empress. This is magnificent. I think that indeed many couples will find out that there will soon be an addition to your family, or a child will already be born. And according to the Emperor, it is the men who will take on a lot of responsibility, striving to surround their empresses with love, care, tenderness, and attention. Overall, the Emperor is a very stable card. If you are in a relationship, if you are a couple, it indicates that, dear women, your Emperor will take care of you. He will strive to do everything so that you lack nothing. This card represents a stable, strong union. But at the same time, the Emperor indicates that in your relationship, in your family, there is a rigid structure, and one of the partners, well, the Emperor, will dictate his terms and demand their fulfillment. Here the Emperor might also give instructions, for example, on what you need to wear or what you need to eat, or how you should take care of yourself, or something else like how to raise children, for instance. There will, of course, be very little romance here, but nevertheless, there are no vivid feelings in terms of expressing love, but the feeling of security, a strong shoulder, and a reliable support is present in such couples. But if your Emperor, dear women, is this strict, taking on all the concerns and responsibilities, then accordingly you create the romance, love, and tenderness in your relationship. For those who are just dating, the Emperor indicates that there are serious intentions here. It is quite likely that in May or in the near future, you will receive a marriage proposal, declarations of love, and a desire to start a family, because the Emperor always strives for official relationships. But for those who are not in a relationship, there may be an encounter with a serious man who will immediately state that he is not interested in frivolous relationships, but is focused on developing a strong marriage. And it is quite likely that such relationships, again, not very romantic but stable, will lead to a strong marriage in the future. Well, everything is good and wonderful here as well. Let's look further at what? Wow, what should you pay attention to in terms of health? The Tower. Are you going on a trip? The Knight of Wands speaks of speed. If you are indeed going on a trip driving your own car, be extremely careful, because the Tower can indicate injuries. It can indicate some accidents. The Tower is also associated with burns. And the burn doesn't necessarily have to be something major. Well, maybe you'll touch something hot, but it's still quite unpleasant. Try to follow safety precautions in everything, absolutely everything. The Tower can be responsible for surgical operations. If, for example, you have such an operation planned, well, most likely it will be in May. It can also indicate some anxieties, nervous experiences. Well, for instance, if you have an inspection planned, you might be very anxious. There's no need to worry, you will pass the inspection with dignity. But of course you will need to prepare for it. Or it can also indicate that something unexpected will happen. Again, the Tower speaks of some shocking changes, unexpected ones. That is, there may be some force majeure situations. In any case, remember that the card does not say that this will happen to you 100%. Firstly, this is a general reading. Don't be upset. It won't play out for everyone in terms of health, that something like this will happen here. Secondly, the cards merely suggest that such an option is possible. This is the most likely scenario. And if you use the information that you shouldn't speed on the road, that you need to follow safety precautions, that you shouldn't rush anywhere or, for example, cross the road on a red light, then you will safely get through this month. The main thing is to restrain your impulses, because the Knight of Wands is a very impulsive card. These impulses and impulsiveness need to be restrained, and then everything will be fine. Let's look further. The advice for you for May 2025 is the Four of Cups. This arcana indicates that the person is dissatisfied with something. In fact, there are opportunities here. There are gifts. But the person is so dissatisfied with their life that they simply do not want to notice them. Therefore, the advice for you in May is to see the fullness of meaning in the fabric of everyday life, to accept someone's generous gift or advantageous offer, or perhaps a proposal for an acquaintance, or a proposal to start, for example, a business. And also, the Four of Cups suggests opening your eyes and seeing that fate is offering gifts. Because the trap of this card is, not noticing, rejecting an offer from above. And this is such blindness to the opportunities that will be opening up for you. So, here you should not feel any dissatisfaction in May, or let's say, not indulge in empty dreams, but take advantage of the opportunities and gifts that will come to you. And gifts can come to you through the Empress, and in terms of finances through the Six of Wands, this is the card of winners, and through the Emperor, as well as through the Knight of Wands. So accept the gifts, embrace the opportunities, be active, and do not reject favorable chances. This is the advice of the cards for you for May 2025. And that's the forecast for May for you. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel Terra and Life. I will be very glad to have you. Here you will find your own soul forecast. We will see each other tomorrow. Where? Well, of course, on the channel Terra and Life, with love and hope in the heart for goodness and peace. Your tarot reader, Angelica. Hugs to you and goodbye.